Hi there, it's Carl Allen from the Dealmaker Wealth Society and a very warm welcome to the Dealmaker Empire Program. And I'm so excited that you've joined this fantastic program, which is designed to do just one thing, to drive you to explosive growth in your existing seven-figure business through acquisitions, buying other businesses related to the one that you already have. And this is all about you building an empire, a group of businesses, a scale up in revenues and cash flow that would be virtually impossible to achieve organically. That's you growing customer by customer. And I'm so excited to be your coach over the next 8 weeks and to share my 27 years of experience buying almost $50 billion in businesses across 17 countries in virtually every sector you can imagine. IT, telecoms, manufacturing and engineering, online and e-commerce businesses, professional services, consumer services, transport, retail and others. And over the next 8 weeks, we're going to annihilate the 4 major problems in your current business. Number 1, your lack of growth. I'll show you not just why acquisitions are the rocket fuel to build your empire, but how to do it step by step, not just once, but rinsed and repeated as many times as you want. Number 2, insufficient cash flow. A major part of the work to acquire and integrate a new business is the financial synergies, the cost savings that will come from combining 2 operations. All those savings, they drop straight to the bottom line and they ramp up your cash flow like crazy. Number 3, finding and retaining top talent. Now, I know this is another big frustration for almost every small business owner. Clearly, acquiring another business will not only bring with it revenues, cash flow, customers, products or services, but it will also bring people, employees that can now work for you as part of the new combined entity. And then finally, number 4, it's you having no time to work on your business. And I want you to find a GM, a general manager that can take over the daily operations of your business. And I want you to do that for one major reason, because you need to make a massive shift from working in your business and doing the tactical work to instead working on your business, only doing the strategic work. And at that point, your focus should only then be on 5 things. Number 1, mergers, when you combine the operations of 2 or more businesses and then you all share in the upside. Number 2, acquisitions, when you buy out competitors or partners, suppliers, even your customers, and then you keep all the upside. Number 3, exits is when you sell businesses for a big payday. And growing through acquisitions will increase not just your monthly cash flow, but also the value of your business and ultimately your net worth. More on that in a minute. Number 4, joint ventures, which is partnering with complementary and like-minded businesses in your niche. And then finally, number 5, it's you doing the visionary and the strategic work for growing your empire. Then and only then will you be a true empire building CEO, an owner, not an operator. Like Jeff Bezos or Mark Zuckerberg or Elon Musk. Now, these people are multi-billionaire CEOs of empires that have grown massively by acquiring other businesses. And as a result, they've created new markets, new customers, new products, new services, new technologies. They've seen exponential cash flows and they've got access to amazing salespeople, operators, managers, and executives that they didn't have to go and recruit. And that's what I want for you in your own business, your own empire that you're about to start building from today. And I want you to start with a really simple example so you can see how this works and how the benefits that I'm promising you will be realized, providing that you complete the training and you do the implementation work. That is really, really important. So for the sake of keeping this simple, I'm going to round the numbers just slightly. So imagine your business today generates $1 million of revenues a year, and it's taken you 5 years to get to the place you are now. And that's no small feat. 80% of startups fail inside of the first 5 years. So you've grown your business purely organically, customer by customer, and let's assume you're growing your business, you're growing your revenues at 20% per year, but you're working in your business, not on your business. Now assume that your profit margin or your free cash flow, is 15% of your revenue. And if you continued growing at that rate in another 5 years, you'd hit around $2.5 million in revenues and about $375,000 a year of cash flow, assuming you've got the same 15% margin. So this is what your trajectory looks like. It's impressive, right? And your future growth has got two major options. Number one, you can continue to grow organically, customer by customer, through the completely inconsistent and uncontrollable drip from word of mouth, or by investing in more marketing, which hopefully translates to enough new leads, new conversions, and new customers to make the marketing investment worth it. It kind of feels like you could be running on a hamster wheel, doesn't it? But number two, your alternative, which is why you're here with me, is to geometrically grow through acquiring complementary businesses. And if you do that, just even once, your business will go on a completely different trajectory. So your current business has a 15% profit margin. At that level of cash flow, your business is worth, on average, a 3 times multiple of that profit. So 3 times 150,000 is $450,000. That's roughly what your business is worth today. And although there's nothing preventing you from acquiring a larger business than what you have currently, let's assume the target business is exactly the same size. Another $1 million in revenues, $850,000 of cost, and $150,000 of cash flow. So when you stick them together, you've got double the revenue, double the cash flow, and double the valuation. Simple, right? But combined, the business is now doing $2 million in revenues, $1.7 million in cost, and $300,000 in cash flow. At a 3 times multiple again, that's $900,000 combined. If you've done that deal without investing any of your own capital, which is the method I'm going to be teaching you over the next 8 weeks, then you will still double your cash flow and net worth from just one deal. Now that's great, right? Well, it's actually better, and I'll tell you why. Because when two businesses come together, some real magic happens. First, you can cross-sell your products and services. You can sell your current products and services to the customers you've just acquired, and vice versa. Your new business will have different products and services that you can sell to your existing customers. And second, when you combine the two businesses together, there's a ton of duplicate costs that can be removed, including administration costs, duplicate employees, duplicate locations, taxes, maintenance, utilities, etc. Plus, as a larger entity, you'll have a bigger buying power with suppliers and other partners you do business with. So as sales go up from cross-selling, your combined costs come down through synergies and cost savings. That's where the magic happens. So let's look how that is in our simple example. So from our combined business, $2 million in revenues, $1.7 million in cost, $300,000 in cash flow, let's assume we can only add, say, 10% of top line revenue through cross-selling. That's really conservative, but look at what happens. That generates another $200,000 in revenues. And if you assume the same 15% margin, it will be higher in reality as your overheads are fixed. This will generate $30,000 of additional cash flow. However, it's the synergies that really make the difference. And let's assume you can only reduce total costs by 20% across both businesses. Again, that's really conservative, but 20% of the total cost base is $375,000. It's 20% of the $1.7 million of the two original businesses, plus the $170,000 of cost from all of that cross-selling. So that $375,000 of cost saving is pure profit. It's going to drop straight to the bottom line. So now the business has $2.2 million in revenues. Your $1 million, the $1 million from the acquisition, and the $200,000 of new revenues from the cross-selling, all with a new cost base of $1.5 million. So the cash flow now is a little more than $700,000. It's nearly 5 times the $150,000 you had before you acquired the new business. And look at your net worth. the value of your business. At $700,000 a year of cash flow, you can sell that business for at least a 5 times multiple. So 5 times 700,000 is $3.5 million. That's nearly 8 times your earlier net worth of just $450,000. And that's just from acquiring one business. And that is the power of acquisitions. So even if you stopped at just one deal, and I hope that you don't, but if you did, and if you then grew organically at 20% per year, you'll get much larger, much faster, both in terms of revenues and cash flows. And since your net worth is tied to a multiple of your cash flow in most cases, acquisitions become the rocket fuel to freedom. Once your growth and your cash flow challenges are solved, you'll see over the next 8 weeks how acquiring other businesses will also solve your employment and your management challenges, so you can be an owner-investor working on your business rather than an owner-manager working in your business. And from my experience, the best employees will want to stay with you, and you'll want them, especially in sales, marketing, or operations. And talent's a tough nut to crack. And according to a study by Engagement Multiplier, 58% of small businesses struggle with hiring. And when they do hire top talent, 63% of them are looking for something better. And 69% would leave you for just a 5% increase. Can you believe that? So by doubling your talent pool, by acquiring just one similar sized business to your own, gives you a massive advantage over your competitors. But what's more important is you will inherit managers both at a department level who can potentially step up to run the daily operations as your GM, your general manager. So you can work on those 5 things: mergers, acquisitions, exits, joint ventures, and then the vision and the strategy work for the combined business. So this is a time-tested model that works wonders in practice. It's from Gino Wickman's EOS, Entrepreneurial Operating System, which is a model from his suite of books, Traction, Get a Grip, Rocket Fuel, and the latest book, What the Heck is EOS? And you can break any successful business down into the 3 core pillars: sales and marketing, operations, and finance and administration. So your GM or COO, which is what Wickman calls the integrator, that person's responsible for delivering the daily operations, the vision and the strategy that you're laying down. You in turn complement that strategy by acquiring or merging other businesses, building joint ventures, and then eventually selling the company. So this is what we'll be talking about over the next 8 weeks. Acquiring other businesses to massively grow revenues, massively grow cash flow, and massively grow your net worth by providing you with new customers, new products, new services, and new talent to build your own empire. And here's how the training works. So each week there's 4 training modules for you to consume, then most importantly, execute on. And implementation, my friends, trumps knowledge every single time. That's why there's a specific implementation lesson at the end of each module that includes a summary of the module's key takeaways and to confirm the implementation assignments to be completed prior to the following week's group mentoring call. It's on that call that we'll collectively go through the implementation work to keep you 100% accountable and on the right track. And implementing the training and showing up for the calls are critical components of your success. Because you've invested in this system, I now urge you with every cell in my body to take the action, do the work, play full out, and you're going to get amazing results. So this week, week 1, is all about introducing you to this buy and build concept, what to expect from the remaining weeks of training, and then taking you through your new mindset as an owner-investor versus an owner-manager. And I'll show you how you can massively leverage everything around you to do deals, your team, your advisors, and your network. So in the next lesson, I'll walk you through the entire empire building training system and what to expect for the next 8 weeks. So that's it for this welcome lesson. Some quick housekeeping before jumping in to lesson number 2, the 50,000 foot view of the process. For any technical questions about your account, logging into the training portal, etc., please contact our support team. It's customer service at dealmakerwealthsociety.com. And don't forget to request access to the private Empire Facebook group. Here you can network and communicate with me, my team, and all of your peers inside of this program. So I'll see you on lesson number 2. Until then, bye for now.